you guys keep watching all the awesome action of WWE Raw and SmackDown only on Sony 10.1 and 10.3 क्योंकि WWE नहीं देखा तो क्या देखा.
And you watch our film Malan releasing on the 7th of February at a theatre next to you.
भाई साहब, bye. ओ भाई.
ओए, bye bye. Bye bye.
अरे see you.
Bye, see you.
प्रोमो क्या? प्रोमो शूट हो गया भाई.
अरे ऐसे कैसे शूट हो गया यार? मेरे बिना कैसे कर लिया?
15 to defend these days. Well, how can you call it? What a fantastic backup to a close encounter in East London. This one's going to go down to the wire. Pretorius thinking about the short boundaries. I think Tom Curran will be thinking of those same variations he bowled when he was last at the crease. The slow balls wide, asking the men to drag it across to the short boundary. Who holds their nerve? Brilliant start, absolutely brilliant. That will be the order of the day, I would think, from Tom Curran. We saw two deliveries that were brilliant and effective in his last over that he bowled. This one we've just seen, and the wide Yorkers, those were the two options he went for, and none of them had any damage done to them. South Africa also thinking, get Van der Dussen back on strike.
He's got to do that, minimum. He's got to get Van der Dussen back on strike. Can't just swing wildly, he must get bat on ball.
Got it! The length delivery here, just his approach, gets outside the off stump, hangs back and middles it onto the bank.
Different game now, the slow ball's been dispatched. Well, just when you think South Africa are gone, they come fighting back. Another massive hit into the crowd. A slower ball that just sat up. A ball he was waiting for. Set himself, knew it was coming. Straight out of the middle.
Forget about getting Van der Dussen back on strike. Nothing wrong with Pretorius that's hitting. Have a look at the passion, the emotion. Well, Steyn looks pretty relaxed with his Coke in hand.
He hasn't moved, has he?
He's been experienced it from a bowling perspective. That's perfect. South Africa now back into the mix. 9 or 4. Wide Yorker maybe now from Tom Curran. That's over extra, and it's 4. It beats the man on the fence. Brilliant strike in this from Pretorius. Brings up the 200 for South Africa.
Well, forget about your stats. 158 was the highest run chase before today. They are within touching distance now. 5 from 3. Unbelievable game of cricket. Outrageous striking at times. A slot ball with width. Or nearly all the way flat for 6.
Yeah, it's ebbed and flowed, hasn't it? Brilliant entertainment. Pretorius, you can see he's pumped. After the first delivery, the pressure was on him. Didn't get bat on ball, didn't get Van der Dussen on strike, but he's adjusted and adapted brilliantly. Slow ball out the ground, quicker one over extra cover. 5 required from 3. Oh, they're thinking 2, and it's landed in an area where they will be able to get back. They have to launch himself. He does. This one's going to go upstairs. The England team not overly confident. I think maybe he's just found his ground.
Well, there was only one man who was going to be able to stop the 2, and that was Ben Stokes. Came herring in. Oh, I reckon he's just okay. You can always tell by the body language of the fielding side, and England aren't moved. What a dive. The bat bouncing.
Something on the ground there as the lights. Can't fault the effort. Great picture. Whole body in the air. Just the bat that's on the ground. I suppose technically wise, you've got to say to yourself, maybe it wasn't the right option. Maybe trying to slide it in a little bit early. I mean, half the bat's already over the line by the time it gets to the ground.
You can't have a go at that, Doc.
That's comfortably home for me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That leaves it as 3 required of 2 deliveries. Do England win? Do South Africa win? Do we go to the super over?
What do you do on the boundary as well? Do you come in trying to save the 2? Do you come in a little bit? Do you stay right back as Ben Stokes did? We'll just see this another 17 times and we should be okay.
Third umpire, Adrian Holstock. I suppose he's feeling a little bit of pressure in this situation, doesn't want to get it wrong. But there's no doubt for me, there's bat on the ground. I don't think we need to see too many replays. I think even the England fans, Rob, would admit that's over the line and comfortably home. Not out, yes, the correct call. Even though the people have seen it on the big screen, they're still going to celebrate once the decision's made. Smiles in the dressing room for South Africa, concern for the England fans. Can England defend 3 of 2 deliveries? Tom Curran. What is the option? Another consultation, the discussion. It was 3 of 2 in the last game, wasn't it? And then there was a wicket. So it's exactly the same situation. Bat on ball, and get yourself out. Torres, the man, he's done well. 6-4-2 in the last 3 deliveries. That's brilliantly bowled. Oh, he's given him! Brilliant delivery from Tom Curran. The finger's gone up. No review from South Africa. But Torres will just make his way off the ground. Quinton de Kock saying review it. Not too sure he's allowed to communicate from there.
You see Van der Dusen is begging the umpire. Pretorius had walked off, halfway off. Van der Dusen is just doing the sign to review it.
Yeah, I think Ben Stokes has got the issue that there's communication that's come from Quinton de Kock in the dressing room.